a hairdresser named Bea tries to murder her abusive husband and lands in Wentworth Prison, where she gets caught between rival top dogs, Jax and Frankie. Shenanigans ensue. After a series of unfortunate events, we learn that Jax had her son Brayden kill Bea's daughter Debbie. A devastated Bea flies into a rage and kills Jax with a pen? Fast forward and we see Bea sentenced with manslaughter. Frankie as top dog and a brand new governor named Joan Ferguson.
You can call me governor.
Ferguson gains the well-deserved nickname Freak.
Freak.
And soon the entire prison suffers. Bea and Frankie face off in a knife fight that ends with Bea in hospital. Little did we know it was Bea's plan all along, and she escapes from the hospital and avenges Debbie by killing Brayden. Bea is now top dog, but she's also spending life in prison.
This is Queen Bee.
Meanwhile, Ferguson is getting fariki. After a string of heinous crimes, she sets the prison on fire in an attempt to hide a murder. Onwards to a dramatic display of heroics by Bea and Will. Lives saved and Ferguson arrested. Justice is served. Or is it? Months on, Frankie struggles to adapt to life outside of Wentworth, whilst a new crew, led by Kaz Proctor, makes life difficult behind the bars. Ferguson is released into general and forms an unlikely alliance with Kaz. With Bea losing support from the women, Ferguson makes her move and attempts to kill her. Kaz finds out Fergs is the reason she's in prison in the first place and rushes to save Bea and give Fergs a walloping. Bea goes public with her relationship with Ali, only for Ferguson to drug her and put her in a drug-induced coma. A distraught Bea grapples with the news of Ali's coma, and Ferguson is freed when the Crown's case against her collapses. Her freedom is short-lived, however, when Bea goads Ferguson into killing her.
Drop the knife! Bea!
With Ferguson back behind bars and wreaking havoc, we see Frankie is back in prison on false murder charges. Her and Ali plan a daring escape, but in the final moments we see that Ferguson, helped by Jake, has taken Ali's place in the wooden escape crates. Frankie successfully flees and clears her name, and our best friend Joan is buried by Will. P.S. Vera is pregnant with Jake's baby. We now meet inmate and boxer Ruby, her sister Rita, an undercover cop, and Mari, a brothel owner and new inmate. Mari's right hand, Zara, realises that Ruby killed Mari's son, so Rita bludgeons her to death before she can tell anyone. Tensions continue to fly between Rita, Kaz, and Mari, who has allied with new officer Sean Brody. On her way back from a counselling session, someone cuts Kaz's throat and the entire prison is in mourning. A lockdown ensues when Mari attempts to escape, resulting in an entire siege at the hands of Mari, Brody, and their accomplices. A very pregnant Vera gives birth in a stairwell during the siege, midwifed by Liz and Boomer. Ali shoots Brody in the head and Mari in the leg, effectively ending the chaos. Post-siege, Liz suffers a completely debilitating stroke which sees her closest friend Boomer euthanize her out of kindness. Just when we think Wentworth couldn't get any better, we find out that Joan Ferguson is, in fact, alive and living incognito. Did you get all that? Brilliant! Then you're ready for Season 8.